Good morning and welcome to the show. My name is Koi. Now, human childbirth is one of the most important natural processes of human life. It also, however, has always been a very painful process, and complications endangering the mother and the baby are always a possibility. Now, cesarean section, popularly called the C-section, is a surgical process where birth is through an incision in the wall of the uterus rather than through the vagina. Now, in today's society, there's still a lot of controversy surrounding it. Now, whether you're in the camp of natural childbirth or personal choice of a C-section, the choice should be made on what is best for the baby or the mother's health, not on what will help you get back into your skinny jeans the fastest.
The miracle of childbirth, how humanity perpetuates itself, how you get to meet that special creation you have been carrying for 9 months. It is indeed a miracle that for ages could not happen without pain.
Labor need not be as painful as it was before. We have various medications that we do give. Some of them can be given intravenous, that is through a drip. So when labor gets fully established, there are certain injections that we can give to reduce labor.
An epidural is a pain depressant that numbs a mother either from the waist down or entirely so as to allow for painless birth, be it a C-section or a vaginal birth.
I didn't feel any pain, like other women scream, Yeah, it was painless.
However, this is just one of the options to explore to provide pain relief during labor. So just how safe is an epidural?
The risks are not significant. All right? I think it's a matter of making a personal decision, all right, based on your fear for pain or your lack of fear for labor pain. All right? If I was a woman delivering normally and the service available, I'd probably opt for no pain.
Women have a crucial decision to make when it comes to choosing the method of delivery. You can either have a cesarean section, also called a C-section, or a vaginal birth, also known as a natural birth. For those who have a choice, the reasons to opt for either means are varied and many. Irene is reminded of this every time she looks at her 2 children.
The first experience was too traumatizing to me. The second time round, I opted for a cesarean.
Vaginal birth is a term used to describe any delivery of the baby through the birth canal. The baby typically comes through head first.
From a doctor's point of view, I wouldn't advise a patient, a client of mine, to go for cesarean section unless there's an indication for it. And that is the way I would believe all my colleagues would share the same opinion.
The natural way, even though it's painful, it's the pain that bonds you with the baby. You hold your baby and you're glad you went through all that pain. And another reason is that you're able to heal faster as opposed to when you do the cesarean section.
Some of the reasons why women who want to go through labor, all right, do not opt for epidural is because they want to experience the pain of birth. They think it has an issue to do with bonding.
A cesarean section, on the other hand, refers to the surgical incision made in the mother's abdomen and uterus to deliver a baby.
Because of the social support that used to be there during antenatal, where you find the older women would be in contact with the young mothers and encourage them, and they know actually what to expect. If they don't get that counseling, then of course, especially for first-time mothers, there is that fear at the back of their mind.
Mothers who have never had labor pains before, who have never delivered normally before, they may opt to have a cesarean section because of the fear of what they have had, maybe their friends have gone through.
Early marriage is still being practiced, so that's why we see quite a number of young mothers, and those are the main ones who end up in theater or in cesarean section.
Some cesarean sections, it's true, and I must admit, there are some cases where the cesarean section has not been done purely in the interest of the mother, or the fetus. It's either in the interest or the convenience of the provider, because sometimes it's more convenient to just do a cesarean section and get over and done, or for a financial incentive.
Some C-sections are planned. More often, however, the need for the procedure becomes apparent after the onset of labor, when abnormal conditions make a vaginal delivery unsafe for the mother or her child.
The reason why we have high rates of cesarean section in our hospital here is because the patients tend to come even late once they have tried to get the baby normally and we can't.
Placenta previa is another reason, and it refers to a low-lying placenta partially or completely blocking the cervical opening. Fetal distress can also occur whereby the baby lacks oxygen and is in imminent danger.
The commonest reason why women have a cesarean section is what we call fetal distress. So this is where a situation whereby a doctor has examined a patient, they have made a diagnosis that if this baby was born normally, then, normally being the usual way with not a cesarean section, then the quality of the baby could be compromised.
A mother comes from home, either in labor or not in labor, and she's bleeding. And at that level, the doctor decides to do an emergency cesarean section because the condition of the mother and the baby at that time is compromised.
The route to take so as to bring life into this world can be overwhelming physically and mentally, with lots of decisions and choices to be made. Therefore, do your research in order to establish what works best for you, your pocket, your beliefs, but most importantly, the health of you and your baby.
Tell us about your birthing experience. Did you or would you opt for a C-section, or do you prefer to go the natural way? We would love to hear your comments. It's mid-morning at standardmedia.co.ke. Remember to tune in next week for our new and exciting series on mid-morning lifestyle. You don't want to miss that. For now, some music.